It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman, for the KC first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing out there for first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Bates. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
The score, Chiefs 14, Chargers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch, made in the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 42, second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it to Hunter. He'll get it inside the 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, after last week, where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs? He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Well, maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it too.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Try to run this one in, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Chargers nothing.
They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Chiefs 21, Chargers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for LA. 54 yards.
In today's NFL, we talked about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy.
Touchdown, Chargers. From 10 yards out.
And the
Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunter. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Green here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third and long, it's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the Chargers' 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Parks.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Right back to him on first down.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards. On first down, it's Parks. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
42-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Kansas City.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the first down, Chiefs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Johnston. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little. And they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16. So this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet. But that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, Parker, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run the counter now on 1st down.
95 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Darius Slayton, 87 yards.
And the Chargers get a bit closer.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners. taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco,
30 yards.
And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against. Herbert has it knocked free.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now it's Herbert. He's got Green. And he is out of bounds right around the 34th. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Dancing to his left. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try to put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got his man, Thornton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Chargers, 1st down.
One last throw here for Herbert. And he gets this to Thornton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down.